In this video, I'd like to talk a little bit more about the health bar queue here at the top. All that really does is kind of give you a heads up on things that need to get done, some different priorities. The colors here will correspond with what is due and when. So if you see anything that's red, that is something that is due today or possibly even past due. So that's going to be the main priority. If you see orange, that's just something coming up in the next day. And if you see blue, it's something coming up in the next 2 days. So just kind of giving you a heads up on what's coming down your pipeline. You can see this health bar queue at the top of your transaction, or even if you go to your dashboard or the properties table. And I can click on it even from here and see the same thing as if I was within the transaction itself. In this spot, it'll show you exactly what the priorities are. So I have a task here, and then here and here. And here we'll show the task triggers that are also associated. So in this case, this is associated to my very first task. And when I go to complete this, it'll fire off this trigger. Let's go ahead and close that, and you'll see the correspondence here. So I have this one that is past due. So for the very beginning of the week, again, either due today or anything past due. So this was something that would have been due on Monday, and it just never got to it. So it's showing red on my bar. So I know that that is something I need to look at. Then I have one coming up in the next day, so it's orange, and the one in 2 days, that's blue. And if I look in the trigger here, I'll see there is an email trigger. Send this template, which is just called an email template, but that would maybe say something like buyer introduction normally. When is this going to happen? When the task is completed. I can edit the email, inspect it, or even just send this email right off the bat. Now, if you do edit the email, just keep in mind that it's going to render all the merge fields. So if you do that and then there's something missing and you go and update the field that was missing, you'll still have to manually update the email because at that point, all of the merge fields were fully rendered. So if the information was available at the time, you gotta type it in. Now, if you inspect it, it just gives you a quick preview. This is a very basic email template, but this will give you an idea of what's there. And then you can also still edit it. All right, and one last thing here. If you have the full automation add-on, you can click this toggle here, and you'll have a button that you can click as well. It says send automatically. We do advise some caution around that. You don't want to send a really heavy merge field type of email, especially if things, maybe there's some missing information, it's going to look a little funky. So it's more so useful in cases where there's a reminder maybe, hey, Michael, still haven't received these documents, just want to check in, something like that. Alrighty. Now, with these tasks, seeing this, what's coming up in the pipeline here, red is what we're really going to be looking at. And the team has a little fun motto. It's no red before bed. So if you see red, it's just something that's urgent and needs to get taken care of. The other colors are just kind of giving you that heads up of what's coming down the pipeline. And hopefully that will help kind of adjust, course correct, whatever you need to actually focus on for the transactions.